Welcome back to the channel. Hit that subscribe button for more sports content when huge news breaks or, whatever I feel like doing. I just did that Ryan McLeod video earlier, said there was another bright spot throughout this darkness the Oilers are in, or whatever you want to call this, a slump, darkness. It really don't matter because it's been really terrible. But like I said in the McLeod video, there are a few bright spots in this that I kind of thought of. And, more than just this 15 game, 14 game skid they're on, it's the whole season. And that's the play of Jesse Puljujarvi. Kid comes in after Holland talks him into signing a deal. Kid comes in and isn't the same player he was when Chiarelli and McLennan were here. He came with a giddy up, him picking his nose with his tongue, whatever you want to call that. He came in with a giddy up, and this season he's improved tremendously. He has almost 1/3 of his career points just in this season alone. And I know playing with McDavid helps, but some of those goals he scored, some of the plays he's making isn't because of McDavid. It's because of him. He's getting to the dirty areas. He's fighting for the puck. He's getting in front of the net, which, like we know from a really good net front presence, former Edmonton Oiler Ryan Smith. Smith was really good at that. And I think Puljujarvi could get even better if he learned some things from Ryan Smith while playing in the NHL today. So let's just take a look at Puljujarvi and his stats this season. He's 33 games played. He has 10 goals, 15 assists, 25 points in 33 games. That's good. Like, I'm not expecting him to be a point per game player. Yes, playing with McDavid, but, McDavid can create anyone out of nothing. Look at Tyson Barrie being on the power play last season, inked him a new contract. Well, that hasn't turned out, but that's a whole different topic. That Puljujarvi is making a name for himself while playing alongside with McDavid. But there were goals last season where he scored against Ottawa. That was just him following up a rebound off his own shot, getting into the middle and taking a grade A scoring quality chance and capitalizing on it. So with those 10 goals, 15 assists, he's been pretty good. Yes, in this cold streak the Edmonton Oilers are in, it has died off a bit, but he's still playing a physical game. He's not taking many penalties like he was when he was first drafted. He's smart enough, I guess. I think going over and playing in I believe it was the SHL, I could be mistaken, going over to Europe has really helped him develop into a player that he is. He's turning out to be that good power forward that we wanted when we first drafted him. So going over little stats of his few games, he had 2 assists yesterday against Ottawa. He was goalless, pointless for 4 games. He had 3 against Columbus, Toronto. He was pointless, but he had 1 against Carolina. So it's almost, he has had some 4-game stretches without points, but for the most part, it is him getting a few points one game. The next game could be 0 points or 1 point, and then he's back to getting a couple more points. That's what we want from him. That is depth scoring away from Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. Because Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl are 2 generational players. We need that. We need a bunch of guys that, if McDavid and Draisaitl are held pointless that game, that, say, a Puljujarvi and a Hyman and a Nuge can score. Okay, well, if they're held, Puljujarvi, McLeod, and Shore, like anything, he has provided secondary offense to McDavid and Draisaitl. Yes, barred that most or some of Uh, Puljujarvi's goals are assisted by McDavid. But to get assists, he has to make a play. That's him making a play. It could be to Connor McDavid with his speed, or it could be to Nuge to McDavid back of the net. It all starts with that assist, and he's playing phenomenal hockey. Like I said, not many bad penalties this year like he took before Ken Holland came. And I gotta give props to Ken Holland for sticking with this kid after everything went on with Peter Chiarelli and him and McLennan. And, you know, I've always said chemistry is a big thing. I talked about that with Ryan McLeod on when he gets his own line, chemistry will grow. And that's what we're seeing these past 2 seasons with Puljujarvi is chemistry's growing playing with McDavid. The problem was when he was first drafted, when McLennan was coach, Chiarelli was GM, he was bouncing around from playing with Eberle and Nuge to playing with Lucic and Kajula. Like, sorry, but the kid's not going to develop if he's playing with Milan Lucic and Drake Kajula. That's not happening. Or playing with Slepyshev and Parkarinen, or you know where I'm going with this. He wasn't on a solid, steady line where he could get chemistry, grow into the game, play North American hockey. Because coming from Finland, it's harder to adapt than someone that's already in the OHL, the WHL, and the CHL. It is really hard to get into this. It takes time. And once you're playing with guys like who I said, and then you're playing with other guys 24/7, it's just difficult. And the whole sending down, calling back up probably really aggravated him. And I don't blame him. Because going down, playing so many games, getting stuck down there, you're not going to grow into a player. It's all about chemistry. We see that in Draisaitl and McDavid when they're together. It is chemistry. Defenses are learning how to shut them down. So they're going to grow their game some more if they're together and get some more chemistry together, knowing, okay, well, if he's not in this spot by the dot for a one-timer, he's on the other side of the net, backdoor pass or whatnot. And that's why Puljujarvi's having a great couple seasons. Is yes, it was because of McDavid for the most part, but the other part is he's growing into the game, getting that confidence up, because confidence is key in the NHL, and so is chemistry. You can't just throw a line together, and as bad as it is, I think that's why we're on this 15-game losing streak, or like dark hole with only 2 wins, because Dave Tippett's going, I got you, you're going in. Perlini's doing pretty good, but we're going to sit him out. Why? Perlini's doing good. Why sit him out? Where luckily Puljujarvi hasn't been in that situation yet. But, that's just my rant and rave about Puljujarvi. I hope you guys have a good one. I'll catch you later.